Hey Limitless Nation, today you're in for a real treat. Today you get to learn directly from Ron Douglas. Ron Douglas is a husband and a father, a New York Times best-selling author of America's Most Wanted Recipe series, which most recently has sold over 1.5 million books to date. He is a former finance director at JP Morgan, and Ron has used his power of internet marketing to build a list going on to create the #1 copycat recipe website to date. He lives in Georgia, where he continues to encourage others to reach their great potential. In today's masterclass, you are going to learn directly from the one and only Ron Douglas. Let's dive into it.
Well, before you dive into today's masterclass session, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. It allows you to receive notification about every single time we have uploaded a new video and showing you how to live a limitless life. Now, if you want to dig deeper on what you need to do to hunt your future, make sure you watch the interview that I've done with Donna Vaughn at huntyourfuture.com. It will show you how you can hunt your future on every aspect of your being. Plus, you're going to receive tips and secrets on what you need to do to tackle your days on a regular basis. Now, let's dive into today's masterclass sessions.
Welcome, Ron Douglas.
Yes, thanks for having me. Thanks for that warm introduction. I appreciate it.
You're most welcome, and we're glad to have you. Is there anything that we might have missed in the initial bio that you would like to share with the Limitless Nation?
I just want to say, I'm good friends with Henry Gold, and I appreciate you guys having me on. I probably met Henry about 5 years ago at one of Matt Basak's events, I believe, and I've just been doing internet marketing a long time, and it's good to keep in contact with good colleagues like Henry and the staff.
Amazing. Well, here at Limitless Nation, we have a tradition of starting every interview with a limitless quote. Do you have a quote or a mantra that you have in your life that you have followed?
Yeah, it's you can have everything you want in life if you would just help other people get what they want. So that's my motto.
You can have everything in life that you want if you just help other people get what they want.
Right.
I like that. That's very inspiring. So it's all about service.
Yes, sir.
Now, in you being a very uber successful and very busy individual, what are some challenges or difficulties that you've had to overcome in order to live the limitless life that you're currently living now?
Right. Well, I mean, it's a constant battle as an entrepreneur with knowing what you're capable of, knowing what's possible, and trying to enjoy life at the same time. So there's, just as you say, limitless, there's no limit on the amount I can make, and there's no limit on the potential amount that I can make if I put more hours in, if I, find the next hot product, if I do all these things. But there's also other things I want to do to enjoy life, to be able to spend time with my friends, my family, to go on trips, go on vacations, experience different things. So it's a constant conflict, because even when you can't shut it off, it's like with a 9-to-5 job, after 5, you're not thinking about that job anymore. But as an entrepreneur, you're always thinking about possibilities, and it's never enough. And sometimes you kind of got to pull yourself away, or you can just be running on the treadmill, nonstop, and burn yourself out. So I think that's one of the main things I had to learn to adjust to as an entrepreneur.
Learn to adjust, learn to balance and pace yourself. Am I hearing that right?
Yeah, for sure. Balance, pace yourself, learn to celebrate your wins, and not think about what if all the time. Just think about, okay, I'm grateful. I have gratitude for where I'm at, and just all you can do is do your best and not really try to compete with your peers or other people you see, because it's always someone that makes more than you, right? It's always someone that is doing bigger things, someone you aspire to get to. But you just have to be clear on your own personal goals and kind of separate numbers from how you want to live your life. I mean, they go hand in hand, but you can't, if you get to a point where you are reaching your goals, you've reached your goals, you're enjoying life a certain way, you kind of got to be grateful for it and not have any regrets as to, like, if I had put more hours in, I would have, done this. Or if I had a partner on this project, I would have done this. Or if I had only invested in this thing, I would, be there. You gotta, it'll drive you crazy because it's like chasing a moving target. There's no end to it. There's no, it just keeps going. So you get to a certain level, and then there's another level to go to, another level, and another level, and you could really burn yourself out. So you gotta prioritize what's important to you, and you gotta know that your health is more important than everything. Your family is more important than everything, and your time is limited. So definitely important. So, I like to try to create passive income streams that, and make my money work for me, make the assets that I have work for me to bring in money. And that frees up a lot of my time.
I agree. And that's got to be something that's enjoyable. Now, tell me, what was, we call it an aha moment. What was the moment that you decided that you wanted to go into business for yourself and really be the best?
Right. Well, there was a moment where when I first started online marketing back in 2001, I wasn't making a whole lot of money. I was just really an affiliate promoting other people's products. And then I think one of the big aha moments was saying to myself, well, instead of me promoting other people's products, what if I had a bunch of affiliates like me promoting my products? So I started creating my own products that were attractive for affiliates to promote, for other sites to promote, products that converted, products that were rewarding for third parties to come in and want to promote those products, and easy for me to reach out to people and say, hey, I have this really good product that your audience will like. Do you want to promote it? And that was a big aha moment. Started creating my own products, and then I started reinvesting the money I was making back into building the business, building more customers, acquiring more customers, spending money on ads, different things like that.
Okay. And in and through this process, was there anything that you were considering that was holding you back from living this limitless life?
Anything that was holding me back? It's just all mindset. I think one of the things that held me back was being too frugal. I'm very frugal, and I think I have a background on Wall Street, like you said in the intro. Worked for J.P. Morgan Chase, and I was in charge of budgeting and forecasting, planning. I was in the controllers group, so we did all the financial planning, financial reporting, those type of things. So I was kind of frugal because I was in charge of managing expenses for these business divisions and things like that. So when I had my own business, I probably didn't put enough money back into the business as I should have. Like, there was a point where I was working, I had a paycheck coming in from my job. So I was doing this business part-time, and we were getting traffic for really cheap. So the opportunity was really hot back in, 2004, 2003, 2004, where you can get Google AdWords clicks for like 5 cents, 10 cents back then. And although I did build a sizable business, I ended up building an email list of over 250,000 subscribers. I probably could have built that up to like well over 1 million with the funnel that I had set up, the process I had set up, and the amount of traffic. But I didn't invest enough back into it. I was taking the money, I was saving it, I was, trying to buy investment properties and different things with it. And that worked out in the long run because I have a nice portfolio of investment properties. I have a nice set of passive income coming in every month. But you always make more money investing in your business, especially when you have something going on that's really hot. So I should have just dumped it all back in there and built it up even bigger, and then it would have produced more money from it. Then I could have took that money and even probably had double the size of the investment portfolio that I have now.
That's very interesting. Now, as we said before, you are a very busy individual and have a lot of things going on. You're a successful author, you're a successful business individual. But what the Limitless Nation wants to know now is, what are you working on now?
Hope you enjoyed the masterclass session so far. Before we get into the second half of the session itself, it is very crucial for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I really don't want you to miss out on another masterclass where I'm going to share with you what other experts, celebrities, Fortune 5000 companies do to become successful and live a limitless life. So make sure you subscribe right now, and every single time we upload a new video, you will receive a notification bell. This allows you to enjoy the masterclass on the regular basis. So make sure you subscribe right now. Well, as you are ready, let's get into the second half of the masterclass session.
Right now, I'm doing a lot of webinars. I have a webinar. I have a program called Automated Profit Partners. It's a program that teaches people how to build an email list and how to build a messenger list using Facebook Messenger. So running ads to Facebook Messenger, you could use that to build your messenger list and your email list at the same time. And I use that list building strategy to promote higher ticket webinars. So that's really the latest program that we put out, teaching people how to build their audience using that method, something that's really hot right now.
That's amazing. Tell us, where can we go to find out more about this program?
Yeah, I actually have a free ebook that I can give you guys, a free report all about that, and also a free class, no cost. I mean, I probably could have charged $200 for this class, but I made it free just for you guys. So you can go to Ron Douglas, rondouglas.com/free, and you can get that free class and get the free report as well, and learn more about the whole opportunity of using automated messaging to build an audience, to communicate with your followers, and to build an email list as well.
That's nice. I'm sure that our viewers will be most appreciative of that opportunity. And as you said before, if you help enough people get what they want, you will invariably get what you want.
Absolutely.
That involves talking to an awful lot of people, helping a lot of people, and I'm sure you've also been helped as well, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, in all the people that have helped you, what is a key nugget of wisdom that you have received that you can pass on to the Limitless Nation?
Right. Well, that's a tough question. I mean, a lot of people have helped me over the years. I just think mindset, just interacting with people. I would say the one thing is you want to interact with people who are doing the things that you want to accomplish, doing the things that you want to do. You want to be in their circle so you can best understand how they are accomplishing what they're accomplishing, so that it seems more real to you, so that you can learn what to do, what not to do. And you want to, try to get in the circle, whether it be joining a mastermind group, or whether it be joining a coaching program, or whether it be going to events, or joining online groups, or just, interacting with people, whether it be, doing your own virtual summit where you have a bunch of people that you admire, contribute to it, where you can interact with them and have them as part of your summit. That was one thing I've done that worked out really well. And Henry's done that as well. I was part of his summit not too long ago. But those type of things help you just interact and rub shoulders with the people who are accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish, the things that you're striving for. You want to be part of their circle, as they say, like, you're only as successful as your 5 closest colleagues. So that's one thing to consider.
I agree. You're only as successful as the 5 closest people in your circle.
Right.
Now, another part of success, I'm sure, is habits. What are some habits that you have developed and installed into your life that have helped you maintain this limitless life?
Right. Well, one habit is just setting deadlines, just getting in the habit of creating 3 things that you want to accomplish the next day. And before you go to bed, before you turn off the computer for the day, you want to have 3 things that you want to accomplish. And these could be 3 things that you manage, that you delegate out to other people, or 3 things that you want to do yourself. And you'll find that just by doing 3 key things every day and setting a deadline, like, I have to have this done by the end of the day. At the end of the month, you have 90 things done, or 60 things done, depending on how many days you work. So it's a slow, gradual accumulation of tasks that add up to a big boom at the end of the month. And you'll be surprised at how much those kind of piggyback off each other and how much you can accomplish just by doing 3 important tasks a day.
I agree. I agree. You have to set your minds right and decide that this is what you're going to do for the next day. That way you have direction on where to go and can feel a sense of fulfillment.
Right, exactly. And it feels good to cross those things off the list, right?
It
You know,
does.
you should see my list. I do it physically with a pen, so it gives me great pleasure to just cross those things out. Like it's finished.
And it could be also a stress reliever.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, in your journey, which you have had, I'm sure, amazing experiences and others challenging experiences. But if you had to start all over, perhaps at where it was challenging, would you have done anything differently to faster get to the limitless life that you're living now?
You know, it's always difficult to say because, you know, I'm pretty happy with the way things turned out. So you never know. I would say that I probably would have just, knowing what I know now, just done some things earlier, maybe left my corporate job earlier and focused on, you know, my business earlier. Maybe, you know, as I mentioned earlier, you know, invested more money into advertising earlier on instead. Like, you know, say for instance, if you make $10,000, I would back then I would put like maybe 1,000 back, you know, where I had a steady paycheck coming in that was paying my bills. I probably should have put 9,000 back in, just focused on acquiring customers earlier and focused on not settling for what seemed like impressive numbers when I had the potential to grow it even bigger. And not just the potential to do it, the potential to do it where it didn't take up a whole lot of my personal time because it was all online, it was all automated. So sending traffic, you know, you pay for the traffic, you monitor it, but it doesn't take all day to do that, which is the beauty of it, building your audience that way if you have things set up the right way.
Wow. Wow. Well, Ron, tell us again, where can the Limitless listeners go to find out more about what you're doing, what you got going on, and just get in touch with you?
Yeah, you can go to rondouglas.com/free. Get a free report there and a free class talking about my latest strategies for building a huge audience online.
I like it. Well, Ron, thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you. It's a pleasure.
I'm sure that the Limitless Nation has been inspired by your story. I know that I certainly have been. Until next time, this is Donovan saying, stay limitless.
Well, that's a wrap. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the word subscribe. And if you want to go deeper on learning on what you need to do to hunt your future, make sure you watch the interview that I've done with Donovan on what you need to do to hunt your future on every aspect of your being. This allows you to live a limitless life on every aspect of your life starting from today's forward. Plus, you are going to receive tips and tricks on what you need to do to tackle your day, tackle your challenges on every situation, every single time. So go ahead and download it right now. And until then, stay limitless forever.